For more on the cabinet confirmations, let's bring in today's panel. With me now is Republican strategist Luke Ball and Democratic strategist Kevin Walling. Gentlemen, welcome. We got some developments on a Saturday. Great to have both of you.
Hey, Mike.
Thank you.
So Pete Hegseth confirmed. That was the big fight late last night on the Senate floor. J.D. Vance talked about his confirmation. Let's play it.
You know, as I learned with the Buckeyes just a week ago, when you win the championship, you don't give a damn what the score was. We won the championship on this one. We've got a great Secretary of Defense. We're proud of him, and he's going to do a great job.
Luke, does it matter that this was decided by a tiebreaker?
I don't think so, and Pete Hegseth needs to focus on two things, readiness and recruitment. Right now, the rest of the world is looking at America, and they see weakness. They see that we are missing our recruiting numbers, that we're not prepared to go up against any potential conflict in the future, and we have to eliminate these DEI offices that are within the Pentagon and also across the rest of the government. President Trump has already set in place that motion. If we can get back to that mission of making sure that we are ready to defend the United States of America, we are going to be on solid footing for the next 4 years.
Kristi Noem was confirmed with 6 Democratic votes to lead Homeland Security. Obviously, Hegseth was a tie. What's your reaction to these latest developments, Kevin?
I think you're seeing this cabinet confirmed at a fairly record pace, outpacing where Biden was. There's been some complaints about Democrats holding up the process. That's all about getting these FBI background checks, getting enough information, getting these questionnaires returned to these Senate committees, to say nothing of Marco Rubio, 99-0, right? Full support of both Republicans and Democrats. My good friend Doug Collins is going to be the next VA secretary. He was voted out of the Veterans Committee 18-1. So you're seeing Democrats play ball with a lot of these nominations. Pete Hegseth, obviously the outlier with that, with 3 Republicans voting against his nomination and the vice president confirming him.
All right. To pick up on Kevin's point, Republican leaders are expressing a little frustration with the speed of the process. Let's play that. I'll get you guys to react.
Senate Democrats seem to be back to their old, tired habits of obstructing and opposing. We will be in the Senate voting as long as it takes. How long it takes in the Senate is up to the Democrats to decide.
Luke, is the dam starting to break in terms of seeing Hegseth last night, Noem today?
Well, Chuck Schumer has said that I don't think we need to expedite any of these nominees or these votes unless there is unanimous support across the board for all of the nominations that have been put in place. I mean, nothing has passed with unanimous bipartisan support in Congress except maybe post offices on occasion. And so that standard is not realistic. And Chuck Schumer was the one who, on the floor in 2021, was saying that we do not need to hold up these nominations. And Republicans were expeditious in the past Congress about getting a lot of these Biden nominees confirmed. So I think that hopefully the dam should start breaking, but things need to speed up a little bit. It seems as if the standard for Democrats is that allegations must hold up the process. If they can't win on merit, they'll try to destroy someone's life. We saw that with Supreme Court justice confirmations. We saw that with Pete Hegseth. They tried to do it this past time.
What are your thoughts, Kevin, in terms of the nominees still out there that may struggle? RFK Jr., perhaps Tulsi Gabbard?
And likely Kash Patel. So all those hearings have been scheduled over the next 2 weeks or so. I think those are likely the 3 outstanding hearings that you're going to see some issues, not just from Democrats on these panels, but also Republican concerns with Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, and RFK Jr. for some of their past statements and past views. But the vast majority of these cabinets, secretaries, are moving through the process quickly. This is, again, faster than we saw during the Biden first administration in terms of timing with these nominees. So Democrats just want the process to play out, get the full information, get the background checks, and get those hearings through expeditiously.
All right. From Politico, Republicans plan slew of reconciliation meetings at their Florida retreat. House Republicans due to meet with the president to start the new week. Your thoughts?
We need to be clear that this is Donald Trump's Congress. This is Donald Trump's government. We've already seen him in charge of the Congress when we stopped a long, drawn-out, protracted speaker's fight. And so if I were at this meeting this week, let's set aside reconciliation for a moment. We need to have a conversation about codifying all of these executive orders. It is the blueprint for how the administration should operate. Reconciliation is crucial, but we also need to make sure that every other aspect of this government is put in place. And I worked on the Hill for 5 years. If I were in this meeting, I would be having a conversation about just having how we format these executive orders into pieces of legislation to get them across the finish line.
Kevin, Democrats have a big meeting coming up, too, deciding a new leader of the DNC. What about that?
Well, we're 1 week out from that election. It's going to happen here in the outskirts of Washington at National Harbor, 1 week to the day. I'm supporting Ken Martin. He's the chair of the DFL in Massachusetts. This is a guy who's won 25 straight statewide elections. He's an organizer. He came up through the Paul Wellstone camp. we all do better when we all do better. So he is the right person to lead this party forward. There's a lot of good folks running. He's going to win this election just from a week from now, and then we're going to rebuild this party.
All right, Kevin Walling, Luke Ball, gentlemen, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.